Hello. Okay, in this session I'm going to continue the illustration I started yesterday. I noticed after review the yesterday's session that the video looks quite pixelated. It's because I had a wrong configuration in the OBS about the bitrate and the compression data, but I fixed it. I hope today the video looks better than yesterday. It's because that. Let me show you one more time the Mousepads I showed you yesterday, because yesterday it looks so pixelated, and this is the flared one. You can see the level of detail here is here. The level of detail of the fabric, the impression, the print is amazing, the level of the quality level. There are several sizes, little ones, bigger ones. This is a very large size. And the other one is the Totoro inspired. Let me show you. This is very beautiful. Like the other one, the level of detail is amazing. I use this mousepad for when I record videos in my desktop, in my desk. But usually I have rolled because I want to use a lot. I only use for recording and for that. So say this, I'm going to continue with the illustration of the link of the Mousepads are in the description. Is the IDGaming store. Is a very high quality Mousepads and gaming components store, and I have there I have a lot of more designs. I have these two ones, but there are several designs. So let's continue with the illustration. Okay, yesterday we left us at this stage. I finished the foreground and the middle area, and the house is almost finished. I don't know if at the end or later I will retouch this a bit. I don't know. For now I left the house with this level of detail. I'm going on with the trees, maybe with this middle area tree. Remember that you can, as always, you can download my free brushes. The brushes I'm using for all of my illustrations and tutorials from my store. And my Krita workspace, this application, this drawing software is totally free. It's called Krita, and you can download it free from the Krita website. And in the same website, in the same website of my brushes, you can also download my workspace. You install the workspace and you will get the exact same configuration that me. So let's continue. Okay, I think before to make this tree, I'm going to make the background trees. I'm not going to add a lot of details to those trees. Just shapes on the background. For that, I'm going to use the tree top as a shape. So I'm going to pick a green. At this area, I'm going to pick a green mixed with the blue of the sky. This layer has to stay behind the house. Okay, I'm not going to copy exactly the same shape of the trees. Just I'm going to create my own composition. I think I'm going to create a 2 levels of depth for the trees. Maybe these ones are faster than the next ones and overlaps. Maybe I will add other trees overlapping these ones. Maybe something like this. And the next the next layer of trees. Something like this. This also helps to generate contrast with the house. Now the green highlight is more highlighted than before because it's contrasted with the darker color of the background trees. Okay, the light comes from the left side. So I will add light here to contrast the chimney. Okay, and now I'm going to add light little by little. Okay, as before, as I made us on this area, I use the same technique. I mean, create constant color, slightly color variations to generate a righteous texture. Okay, I will add more light at the top, but at the bottom I will left almost with this saturated level. increasing the light little by little. And remember that you can see here at the top of the canvas the current color I'm using and the current brush I'm using. Okay, little by little I'm going to add the lights. You can see that the color variation I'm adding are very slight. It's very subtle. This brush, the treetop basic shape brush, works with little strokes, with short strokes, and in one direction, like this. This is how I generate the shape of the tree. From the center to the outside of the shape, and little by little. The concept is this. And playing with the colors, mixing them with the colors you already have in the canvas. You can see how the tree is already visible, the texture of the tree. Okay, and now the final layer of light. I'm sculpting little by little the shape of the tree. I have to contrast more the chimney later. Maybe I will add a thin line in its border. I think I'm going to left the trees like this. And add a bit of light to these background trees, but just a slightly light. It represents that these trees are farther than those ones, that these ones. So the light is almost not visible, or is more mixed with the color of the ambience. So the light will be more subtle. And of course, because of are farthest than these ones, they have less detail. Just some strokes and that's it. These two trees are very similar. I don't like very much. Thank you, Jose Oliver. I'm going to erase. I think I'm going to erase the left one, to highlight a little more the chimney, just to try how it looks. Yeah, something like this. I like that the chimney is more highlighted than the silhouette of the trees, because it breaks a little the line. And I like the contrast of this. Yeah, it's like here the cross. Okay, I want to fix the shape of this area. Yes, no, the composition is better because there is not two almost similar, so almost exact shapes. And maybe I'm going to erase this one to generate better shapes, better shape composition. Yeah, something like this. In fact, I'm going to erase this. I increase the size of this one. Yeah, now the composition looks better and highlight more the chimney. think I paint over the wrong shape. I'm going to erase. Okay, erase this and fix the. I don't know, maybe I'm going to left like this. I like how the chimney highlight is highlighted with this empty space. When I paint clouds, maybe I can fill this gap with clouds to not look so empty. But for now, the background trees is finished. I like how it looks. Also, I can add some fog between these two tree ranges to add a bit of ambientation and some fog here. Okay, now I'm going to paint this tree. Here in the picture, it's very difficult to differentiate the separation between the two areas, but I'm going to contrast more to generate a better composition. Okay, a new layer. Because Office is closer to us, this tree will be more contrasted and more saturated. So maybe I'm going to use this. I move that. I'm going to put the tree above the house layer. Now it's okay. Okay, I don't know if I like the composition with the tree on this side, because it's strange to have a tree in front of the door. Maybe I'm going to put this tree here. But on the other side. Maybe here. I like more here because also the contrast is better with the background trees. I don't know if I like that tree, this tree, because I don't know where to positioning. I think I'm going to put it here and take advantage of this shadow. Okay, this tree is closer to us, so I'm going to add a little more detail. Maybe some visible leaves, but not very much, because I don't want to spend a lot of time detailing the trees. In fact, I'm going to smudge the texture of the tree. And the leaves. when you have this differentiation between the light area and shadow, you can take advantage and paint some leaves and vegetation and generate this effect of this beautiful effect of vegetation. This brush is very sharp for detailing leaves. You can also use the rounded sketch. I usually also use this brush for this kind of leaves because it's also nice for this kind of leaves. It's a little more rounded than the hard one. This is more for rounded leaves, and the other one, the hard leaf and grass, is more for harder shape. I like this one for the final detail, for example, in this case, if you want to contrast more the leaves with the shape, this one is better. It's not only hard because of its shape, it's also harder for the color. It has more opacity, and the pressure level is harder than the other one. But you also can decrease the flow. And it turns softer. It turns a little more soft. Okay, I think that the tree is almost finished. Yes, I like this composition better than on this side because it not distract from the house. That is the main focus point. Okay, I think I'm going to add here something. Maybe some fence. The word is fence. Fence. Let me check the translator. Yes, no fence. You know, my English is very bad, but I'm learning, and I use these streams and these videos to force me to learn English, because I spent many years trying to learn English, and I never finished to almost to speak. I can write and I understand movies and conversations in English, but talking by myself in English always was a problem. So I use these videos for forcing me to talk and practice. So sorry for my English level, but I hope little by little improving. Okay, for the fence I'm going to use the rectangle soft, and for now this same color. Or this around, maybe a bit more light, something like this. You know, not a perfect fence because it's like an abandoned house, not abandoned, but very covered by nature. So the fence is not will be a new fence. Okay, I have to see I paint the fence random without considering the proportions. For example, here, if an human is about this size, and actually the fence is closer to us, is here. Maybe the fence. I always not always, but when I remember, I do this exercise to put a human silhouette, a human shape on over something I know the proportions or the size, and if a human is about it's almost of this size, like a human comes to the door and can enter to this house with this size, so proportional to the fence, if the human goes closer to us and it's here, maybe the fence has to be bigger, must be bigger. Is the fence? Yes, the fence. So I increase the size of the fence, maybe something like this. I don't care if it's a bit disordered, because it's not a exact and precise shape. A fence is this kind of fences are irregular and not perfect. So back to the human. Okay, I'm going to erase this layer and continue here. And random lines between the fence, because it's not a perfect fence. It's all an abandoned fence. I mean, yeah, something like this. Maybe here I can paint some like it's broken. This looks nice, isn't it? I'm going to add some color variations to the fence because it looks so plain. This is a lot of detail for a fence, but I like to add details. This looks nice, you see the fence. Now the light comes from here, so the shadow of the fence is something like this. Yeah, it looks nice, isn't it? You can see that I took a reference this image, but I apply my style, my techniques, my colors. This is how I use references. Just the basic composition, but I add my own things. Okay, I think I'm going to add a bit more light here from at this side. And maybe I'm going to add another tree here, a little tree here, to break this empty area. Okay, over this layer, and with this is at the same level, at the same distance as this range of trees. So I'm going to use the same color with the tree top basic shape. It's just to break this empty area. Maybe a bit closer between those trees and this one. Oops. Okay, and this tree cast a bit shadow here, and it needs more depth. You will see the effect. Maybe here. And here with the rectangle soft. It generates a more sense of distance with this. Just this little difference, this little line pixel yellow line generates more depth effect. Without this, seems you don't actually know the distance, but just adding this, you can see that the house is closer, this tree is closer, and this tree is in the middle between the house and the background. Just adding little elements at the background with this effect of casting shadows and lines of light behind the shadow generate this effect of depth. And for this tree I'm going to use the treetop basic shape and adding the same colors than this one, more contrasted than the background ones. Yes. Just like it is. And I think it's almost done. I'm going to add a bit of texture here and here, and maybe something here also, and just it. Maybe some flower here to add a touch of color. And I forgot the clouds, but the clouds I will add a simple soft clouds, blurred clouds. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with the clouds. I prefer to spend more time on the details of this area. So on a new layer, I'm going to add here the details with the rounded sketch and grass. Just some grass and maybe some effects of vegetation. Yes, look, I think it looks nice. Maybe this area is also too empty, but I think I'm going to leave like this. Or maybe I can duplicate the tree, this tree, and distort a bit. No, I don't like it. Well, I'm going to continue with the clouds. I don't know if later I will add something here, but I don't know. Okay, let's make the clouds. I'm not going to make these clouds. I'm going to make my own clouds. With Cloudsoft. This modifier, this shortcut, disactivate or disable the pen pressure. In this case, this brush, the pen pressure works with the opacity. If I deactivate this and I manage the opacity manually with the opacity slider. For example, for the clouds, with this brush, it works very nice. Deactivated the pen pressure functionality and use the opacity slider to manage the opacity by yourself. but for these details works nice also with this functionality activated. Okay, now I'm going to blur the texture of the cloud. Just a bit. Okay, and now the process is almost like the trees. You start with a very road shapes, and when you already have almost the illumination and the composition you want, you can start to detail. I will blur it for the finish the clouds to give them a fluffy effect of the cloud. Actually, I can leave it like this, but it's up to you the effect you want to have more sharp and detailed, or a bit more fluffy, a little more fluffy. I think I'm going to blur a bit, at least the edges. The softest smudge is very hard, so you can manage with the opacity. With the opacity, it's softer. Yeah, something like this, it's okay. Okay, now I'm going to add some flowers here, and that's it. I think it's finished. I don't like very much this area, but it's okay for this practice. It's enough. In this case, this tree works here because it's almost not visible. It's merged with the background trees and creates a only one shape. And this tree seems is integrated with the background. But in this case, here, to have a tree here is very strange to have a tree just in front of the door. Maybe I can add here a little path. Yes, maybe I'm going to add a little path. Like is the path of the house entrance. I'm going to use the rounded sketch. It's like something like this. A path of sand, a sand path. Yeah, something like this. I'm going to add a bit of shadow on the edge of the path and some grass over the fence to integrate a bit more, a little more. Here, also here. Looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, for now, yes, for finish the flowers. Okay, so maybe white flowers. Okay, at this distance are just little points, small points. Yeah, maybe with flowers this area looks nice. And on the shadow area, the flowers more desaturated. Okay, and for the foreground, I'm going to use the same technique, dots, but bigger dots. For more detailed illustration, you can paint each flower one by one. But it's a lot of work for this practice, and I'm going to paint just little dots. This area is darker because it's more shadow, and here is a little more in light area. So I'm going to increase a bit the light of. But not lighter than the flowers that are directly on the sunny area. Maybe some of this is too much. Okay, the clouds I noticed now that the white of the clouds is a bit strange. I'm going to retouch a bit the colors of the clouds with this adjustment. Yeah, something like this. Okay. Yes, I think looks nice. I'm going to now to highlight a bit more the house with some yellow on its edges to generate the effect of highlight on the focal point. Just a bit of yellow on its contour, on its edges. On the chimney. It's just a trick to increase the contrast. It's like this effect on the clouds to contrast a bit more each contour. Now you can see that the house contrasts more, is more contrasted. And I think that's it. I don't know if I can add something more. I'm very happy with the result. The goal was this area. I wanted to experiment my designs of Mousepads in the IDGaming store. You can see the beautiful print. I have a lot of designs there, so you can check the link in the description and see my gallery in IDGaming store. Look, this one. This is inspired by FreshHoods. The level of detail of the print is it's amazing. It's amazing. Let me see. I can. So you have in the description the links and other links for my print store. You can support me buying prints and to continue making these free tutorials and free videos and free resources like my